As we get ready to wrap up today, I want to ask you one last question. What if this season isn't here to stop you? What if it's here to prepare you? I know that sounds hard to believe when you're living through it, when life feels uncertain, when the future looks blurry, when it feels like everyone else knows exactly where they're headed except you. I've been there. I've had moments where I wondered if I was on the right path, moments where I questioned every decision I'd made, moments where I wish someone could simply tell me what came next. But life doesn't work that way. And honestly, I'm grateful it doesn't. Because if somebody had handed me the entire map years ago, I probably wouldn't have become the person I am today. It was the uncertainty that taught me patience. It was the setbacks that taught me resilience. It was the closed doors that forced me to look for new opportunities. Sometimes what feels like a setback is actually a setup for something greater. One thing I've learned from the fire service is that you don't always have perfect visibility. Sometimes the smoke is so thick you can't see more than just a few feet in front of you. And that's when your training matters most. You trust what you know. You trust the people beside you, behind you, and in front of you, and you keep moving. Life is no different. There will be seasons when you can't see the whole picture. Don't let that stop you from taking the next step. Because the next step is often all you need. I think one of the biggest mistakes we make is believing that purpose is one giant moment. Think about it. I don't think it is. I think purpose is found in ordinary days. It's found in showing up, keeping your word, helping someone who can't repay you, choosing kindness when frustration will be easier, loving your family well, doing the right thing when nobody is watching. Purpose isn't always loud. Sometimes it's incredibly quiet, but that doesn't make it any less important. Maybe you're listening today and you're waiting for a sign, waiting until you feel ready, or waiting until your fear goes away. Let me tell you something. Fear doesn't always disappear. Courage simply decides to move anyway. I've never met a firefighter who wasn't afraid at some point. I've never met a leader who never questioned themselves. I've never met a person who had every answer before taking the first step. The people who move forward aren't fearless. They're faithful. They keep going even when they're uncertain. If you feel lost today, don't measure your life by where you are. Measure it by the direction you're moving. Are you becoming more patient, more compassionate, more disciplined, honest, more willing to grow? If the answer is yes, then you're moving forward, even if it doesn't feel like it. Growth is rarely dramatic. Most of the time, it's slow, it's quiet. It's built through small decisions repeated over and over again. I want to challenge you before we leave today. Stop asking yourself, where will I be in 5 years? Instead, ask, what's one decision I can make today that my future self will thank me for? Maybe it's making that phone call. Maybe it's starting that workout. Maybe it's reading one chapter of a book. Maybe it's saying, I'm sorry, or asking for help. Maybe it's finally believing that your life still has purpose. Small decisions change lives, not overnight, over time. One day you'll look back at the season, the uncertainty, the waiting, the sleepless nights, the questions, and I believe you'll realize something. You weren't lost. You were growing. You were becoming stronger. You were becoming wiser. And you were becoming the person this next chapter of your life needed you to be. And maybe that's what this season has been all about this whole time. It wasn't punishment, but preparation. If you've spent this time with me today, thank you. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your journey. I hope this episode reminded you that you don't have to have all the answers. You just have to keep taking the next step, because every meaningful journey begins exactly the same way. One choice, one step, one day at a time. Until next time, remember this: you don't have to see the whole path. You only have to take the next step. If nobody told you today, I'm proud of you. Proud of you for making it this far. I'm glad you're still here. Keep walking through the fire. I'm Colton, and this is Through the Fire. I'll see you in the next episode. Remember, it's not always about the future. It's about the here and now. So never look past the end of your nose. Focus on the things you can do right now to make tomorrow better.